My name is Abhinav V Natarajan, and I'm from the class of 2018. I had this recurrent dream in my childhood where I was fighting a lion, but I was on a cloud, and I got pushed off the cloud by this lion, and then I'd always wake up when I hit the ground. And this happened, like, I had this dream every few months. It was very weird. I really liked my English teacher, so I liked English. I didn't really care much for any of my science or social science classes in school. There was this exam called the NTSE, the National Talent Search Examination, and my mom said, you should write it, take a shot at it. And a lot of the content on the examination is heavily STEM focused. So in the process of preparing for that examination, I had to read a whole bunch of books and get up to speed on things that weren't necessarily taught at school. Basically building things from first principles. That was something that started in the 8th grade when I started preparing for this exam. And that's when I think I really started liking science. My relationship with math. I don't know if I'd call it a relationship as much as I would call it sort of an aspect of my identity. I feel like it's a part of what I live for. I had a crush in the 5th grade, and I was just like, oh, I have a crush now. This is interesting. I never knew that such a thing could happen, because I always thought, that's something that just happens in the movies. I was very, very shy. I was completely inept around girls. I was the kind of person who'd be like, oh my god, I have to take a picture with a girl in it. I gotta, what do I do? And then I'd start getting nervous, shuffling my feet, try to avoid taking the picture. In the 1st grade, as every good Tamil Brahmin mother will, my mom enrolled me in Carnatic music classes for vocals, and I hated them. It was an absolute nightmare. These classes would happen in the evening, and every day when I wanted to go out to play, when I'd just be heading out, my music teacher would walk in and be like, Abhinav, let's start our class today. And I'd be like, shucks, that really sucks. By the 4th grade, I'd had enough. I was like, no more, I'm done with this. It was a year later that my mom said, hey, there's another person that I know who's teaching Carnatic music. Would you be interested in re-enrolling? And I very grudgingly said yes, okay, let me give it a shot. And this person completely changed the way I viewed music. I started practicing every day. I started singing more. My neighbors would meet me in the elevator and be like, yo, are you practicing for a music competition? I hear you singing in the shower every morning. I really like grey t-shirts. I have too many grey t-shirts. I have 7, 8 grey t-shirts, and I'll cycle through all of them. I've been trying to diversify my wardrobe in an attempt to get away from that, but I have an obsession with grey t-shirts. So back in my freshman year, my mum contracted cancer. I was here in Singapore, and I'd received messages from my dad, updating me about how my mum was doing, and that was stressful. Then that summer, my mum passed away, so that was it did provide me with an opportunity for a lot of reflection, but it was also, I feel like it marked a transition period in my life. There's a very clear demarcation there, life before that and life after that. And this is funny, but one of my fondest memories with my mum is arguing with her about the derivation of some formula back in the 7th grade. And so we'd always end up fighting, we'd end up screaming at each other, essentially. I really remember those things with fondness because I see elements of it. I still feel like that's with me right now. Over the past few months, I've been obsessed with ayats from Bajirao Mastani. रिवायत की तरह मरने तलक रहेगी, मरने तलक रहेगी, तू आदत की तरह तुझे याद कर लिया है.